Hey guys, my name is Fallon, and I'm super excited to bring you this new direction for my YouTube channel. And so I am just going to try to journal or vlog my journey to opening my Business and Marketing Academy for domestic violence survivors and single parents. So I'm excited about that. So I'm just going to go through a little presentation, and this is kind of how I'm going to do my YouTube channel going forward. It's going to be presentation style, and you'll be able to see the screen, hopefully, and everything will work out great. So here I am. This channel is called Ask Fallon. It's basically set around the podcast name by the same name, and my Instagram page as well, ask.fallon. So you can follow me there if you like. And I'm just basically talking about breaking into the marketing industry. So here we go. I'm going to start now. So my name is Fallon Blake, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a 2-time domestic violence survivor and a single mom. I started this channel nearly 15 years ago doing cooking videos. So I decided that since I retired from the cooking industry, that I would redirect this channel to document my journey on how I pivoted my career. I am now a media personality with multiple businesses, and I am best known for my straightforward and very transparent advice, hence the brand name Ask Fallon. My educational background, I also have culinary training. However, I am a certified business consultant and formerly a licensed community manager. So I am qualified to run multi-million-dollar communities, and this was my backup career after so many chef injuries left me constantly evolving. So some of the technical skills that I have, which is not so much, digital advertising, content development, project management, and marketing. So I do a lot of things related to what this channel is now going to be pivoting to. Super creative, that's probably like my superpower. I'm also really organized when it comes to my thoughts and processes on how I want to structure things. So I consider myself a visionary or a strategist. I'm not so much organized at home. I think my level of constantly thinking and doing 20,000 things at one time kind of shows that. But when it comes to business and it comes to seeing a vision, I'm highly organized and I can see like straight down the center. So my life's trauma has left me with the ability to walk away from my entire life and start over in less than 24 hours like nothing happened. I can completely disassociate and compartmentalize a lot of information, a lot of tragic things that can happen at one time for me. I just had so much abuse in my life that I can easily just disconnect. I'm really responsible. So if you ever leave a task or a project or maybe not a plant, but a pet or a family member in my care, I'm pretty responsible. I'm really great at multitasking, and I do pay close attention to detail, and I tend to notice things that most people don't, and I see things from various and varying perspectives that most people would never even think of. So my current project right now is that I'm launching the first ever Business and Marketing Academy for single parents and survivors of domestic violence. So I decided that I wanted to do this because when I was going through my domestic violence over 10 years ago, it has been such a journey with that. But essentially what happened was I was in a shelter for domestic violence survivors in Philadelphia. And what happened with that situation was, unfortunately, I had saw so much destruction in that shelter with women having to go back to their abusers because they lack education. They lack the ability to get jobs that would allow them to have adequate childcare or even afford the childcare while they waited for state and government assistance. And it was just difficult. So because I was a TV personality at the time that that happened, I had a little bit of leverage because I was more polished and refined. So being in the shelter was mainly because I was in a state where I could not cross state lines with a minor. So I was forced to stay there and I couldn't go be with family. I couldn't leave the state. And so it was really, really difficult during that time. And I had to wait months, like 3 or 4 months, to be able to get the I don't even know who it was, like the judge or whatever, to allow me to leave the state with my kid, because Otherwise, we would have just stayed homeless there. And we were. I lived in the shelter for 6 weeks. I lived in my car. Then I lived in an extended stay hotel. So it was like a journey during that process. And so I wanted to help other women in that process and other single parents in general, man or woman. I wanted to help them create a virtual business. And so I always advocated for working from home due to the fact that I always had to leave my kid with someone, or she was a latchkey kid when she was a little bit older. It was just really challenging for me. And so I wanted to create this academy, but I never had the financial means and I never had the time off to actually cultivate it. So when the pandemic happened, this allowed me the chance to finally bring this to fruition because I had time. And then I also had to find another means of income. So this project is underway and I've already started taking some beta students. So if you're interested in joining, make sure I'll put the link in the box below and you'll be able to sign up and join the academy. We're going to launch in its full entity in August. However, the beta is running right now and it's only $149 to join, which is a steal. So you might want to go ahead and check that out. All right, so my work experience, like I said, after years of marketing myself and branding myself online, I decided to try to replicate what I've done for myself for others. Since I failed so many times before getting it right, I finally have perfected the roadmap, and so I'm teaching it now to other people. My strengths are content creation and commercial voiceover. So that's one of the key aspects of me being a media personality. I was on radio, I was on TV selling things, and so I do commercial voiceover. Critical thinking, and I'm a multimedia marketing expert. So what you'll see almost daily, and I'm going to try to do a daily vlog, but help me, if I do actually make it every single day, but I'm going to try. But I want to show the daily struggles and the triumphs that I face in my business. And so I wanted to create a real community where you're actually taught and supported and acknowledged. And I want to be the voice for the voiceless. My key achievements in life right now is that I have a top-rated global podcast called Ask Fallon, and it was basically, it's almost 4 years old, or is it almost 3 years old actually? And so I created Ask Fallon as a way to bring awareness to my domestic violence situation. At the time, my daughter was kidnapped, or I was being parental alienated by her father. So we did not have communication, and when we did, it was not so great. She went to go for the summer break and never came back. So I didn't get her back for 2.5 years. And it was just a very difficult time. So with that, I created the podcast to bring awareness and to tell my side of the story, because I just couldn't get a court date. I was being given the runaround in court. And so because of that, I just did what I do best, and I used my voice. And so that's why I say that I'm the voice for the voiceless, because I speak up when things are not right or not just in the world. I speak on it because I think most people are so afraid of their images and more afraid of their personal lives being, transparent. Sometimes can be very scary, but it's not going to help you if people don't know that you have like a struggle or that you're going through something. And because I don't have family, it's really challenging for me. I don't have an extended family. I don't have a mom or dad. They're not in my life. My mom and dad are dead. So it's just me and my kid, and it's difficult. So I have to be more open and transparent, I guess you can say. And so that's why I wanted to create this community, because I feel like when you're a single parent, you're isolated, and you're a domestic violence survivor, you're isolated. And when you live in isolation so much and so long, you just never know who to trust. So it's so much more easier to create a community that actually has experienced the same thing that you're experiencing. Now, you don't have to be a domestic violence survivor or a single parent to be a part of the community. No, but that is my target niche market. That is the people I service specifically, because I can relate 250% to them. So that's why. I also had my old YouTube channel that landed me my first TV job selling jewelry on television. So I was really excited about that. I'm finding there to be a couple of typos in here, in my little presentation, so bear with me with that. Some of my hobbies and interests, basically during my free time, like I like to explore the magical world of creating writing. I like to write. I have never been able to really voice my deepest pain. Sometimes I went through so much pain that I held inside. I did not get a chance to get it out, so I would write. And so writing is just like an outlet for me that has allowed me to become a paid writer. I'm a professionally paid writer today. So I get a chance to blog and write articles for various communications and also ghostwriting for major publications as well. So I'm excited about that. If time permits, I usually try to go walking or hiking on the weekends with my friends, but not really something that I do often, especially now when it's like super hot in the summer. But I have tried to go hiking, and I'm not the best hiker, but I live in Arizona, so it's so beautiful and it's so pretty to go up there, but I'm afraid of heights, so I can't really go like too deep. So like, and I get lost in a hat. So I'm like, no, but I definitely like to try to go do different things on the weekends, but really more exploring really, because I like to take pictures. So like I'll go hiking or go to a trail and try to learn photography. It's kind of like a new hobby that I started looking into because I wanted to do food photography, but I think now I just want to just take pictures of beautiful things. Oh, so this didn't say. Well, I was going to say that, well, most of my presentation didn't say, but I was going to say that you can contact me on ask.fallon, or you can go to, you can subscribe, or Twitter, ask Fallon 2, number 2. And so you can reach me there. Thank you.